Alright, then last thing I want to talk about, quick takeaways from the game from last night, from the Bengals and the Steelers. You know what I'm saying? This is the third video on it. That just shows you how good this game was, how great that game was. The quick takeaways I just want to give away was to say right quick. I feel like the Bengals, watch out for them. Watch out for the Bengals. Watch out for the Bengals. And don't worry about the Steelers. But watch out for the Bengals because of this. It's wins like this that can turn the season around. You gotta think, Joe Flacco could have beat Green Bay last week. We were being honest, there was some chances that they could have beat Green Bay last week, and that was with Joe Flacco had like 3 or 4 days to prepare. He comes back and he gives a hot Steelers team a run for their money and then beats them. You know what I'm saying? So it can either go 1 or 2 or 3 ways for the Bengals in this sense. It can go really good, turn the season around, of course. It can go really bad, like it was just like one game and they still gonna fall off. Or this can just stay afloat enough until, Burrow comes back. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be the third one. They gonna just stay afloat enough. They ain't just gonna go on this crazy winning streak. They not gonna just be terribly bad, but they gonna just stay afloat enough now for just for Burrow to come back and maybe make a run and a chance at a wild card. Still, I seen winning the division, still no. But a couple losses with the Steelers and how the Ravens been playing, they could still win their division. But as far as the Steelers, I'll say don't worry. Don't worry, Steelers fans. You know, y'all just got outplayed by a better team, more hungry team. And Joe Flacco that was determined to beat Aaron Rodgers last night. So, yeah, babe. It was just a great-ass game, man. But, yeah, Rodgers, like I said, when that's why I always love when people say, well, this is a good dominant defense, just got a good defense. You never know how good a defense really is till you face a really hot offense. And it was just hot last night. You had Jamar Chase doing his thing. You had Higgins doing his thing. You had Joe Flacco hungry doing his thing. Fant was doing his thing. Like, y'all understand, like, to me, defense wins championships, yes, but offense always beats defense. What does that tell you about offense? Okay, then. So that's all I'm saying, man. Meaning offense can win championships, too. Offense is the key thing to football. You got to score points. It is, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's not one side of the ball that matters more than the other, but offense, like I said, can outweigh defense. And it showed last night because all this talk about the Steelers' dominant defense, they still lost, with the defense. And the defense lost it, at the end for them. And I'll say this. How bad was Jake Burn for Joe Flacco to come in and look way better than he looked in any of his starts? And not only that, the Bengals' offensive line is not as bad as people say. They was out there protecting Joe Flacco yesterday. Man, what a game. Chase ball, Burrow ball, Rodgers ball. Not Burrow, Flacco ball.